For Lab 7, Sheet 2, the pressure plate, there's a PDF of what we're going to create, this pressure plate inside this title block. This actually comes as a SolidWorks tutorial built into the SolidWorks program. If you click on the little house icon and go to tutorials, over here we have welcome to SolidWorks, the house icon. So if this is gone, click on the little house, welcome to SolidWorks, it pops this up top, click on learn. And there's actually a lot of built-in tutorials with the program. Click on tutorials, and it will open up a side window of the tutorial. You can see right here at the beginning, Introduction to SolidWorks. Click on that. Alright, so this is what we're going to create. Down at the bottom, click on my first part, next topic. It says click on the new icon right here on the standard toolbar. And we're going to open up a part file or create a part file. My laptop is older, so it's moving a little slow. We want to make sure our units are set to mmgs, millimeters, grams, and seconds. So down here at the bottom, double check to make sure that your units, where it says IPS, is set to mmgs. Click on next topic. Alright, we're going to put a sketch on the top surface. It says click extrude boss base. So on the features panel, I actually like to click on the sketch tab and click on the sketch icon and put a sketch on the top plane. Make sure you hover over the top plane so it's orange. You don't want to get one of these other ones by mistake. When you do that, it should rotate towards you and possibly disappear. The red arrows, that's my origin. That's where we're going to start the circle tool. What's cool about this tutorial is that if you click on the icon here, it blinks and shows you where it is over here on your screen. Watch, I'm going to click on this and it blinks to show you where it's at. So I'm going to click on the circle tool, hover over the origin to get the relationship, that little yellow square. Click and draw out a circle, and we don't really care about the size, just click to draw any size. Click on next topic. We're going to turn on smart dimensions, so up top turn on smart dimensions, click on the edge of the circle. You can see it changes to be kind of like an orange color. Click on it, drag out your dimensions, and it doesn't matter if they look like this or if they look like that or if they look like this, it's all the same thing. Click to place that down and make it 128 millimeters. You don't need to type in millimeters because we're in millimeters, just 128 and enter. You can hit the OK check mark or just hit enter. Next topic. Click exit the sketch icon. You can exit the sketch here, not the red X. The red X will delete the sketch. Or up top, we can exit the sketch up here. I wonder if I can drag this over a little bit to see it better. Now, if you started with an extruded boss base, it will automatically take you into extruded boss base. I want to make sure my sketch 1 is highlighted, so this is highlighted blue. Go to my features toolbar and click on extruded boss base, the first icon. Since I have sketch 1 detected or highlighted, the extruded boss base will automatically detect it. just to show you, if I expand selected contours, sketch 1 is highlighted in there. Alright, for the depth of here, it says select blind for the end condition. That's right here, blind, which is by default. And set the depth D1 to 7. So make the 10 millimeters 7, hit enter so it updates. That looks good. Hit the green check mark for OK. You can either hit this green check mark or this green check mark. They both do the same thing. Next topic. Alright, they want us to save this. We're going to save it as pressure plate. I like to highlight it. Right click and copy. You don't have to do it that way. Go up to File and Save As. You could also just click on the floppy disk icon up top. I'm going to right click and paste my pressure plate, or just type it in and save this somewhere that makes sense for you. On my computer, I'm going to save it to my desktop SolidWorks folder. Pressure plate. You could also call it maybe Flab 7 Sheet 2. And notice that it saves it as a .SLD solid PRT part. SolidWorks part. That's what the file extension stands for. Next topic. Alright, we're going to do another sketch on the top. Click on the sketch tab, click on the sketch icon, click on the top surface. Notice that my little orientation shows up, my origin, and I'm on sketch 2. I'm going to go to my top view. You can see, you can click on it here. I'm going to go to my view orientations drop down and click on my top view. The keyboard shortcut is Control 5. And draw another circle. Circle, click on the origin, add a relationship, place it down. Next topic, turn on Smart Dimensions, click on the edge of the circle, click out here to place it down, click, type in 75 and enter. There we go, we locked it into 75, a diameter 75. Next topic. Alright, we're going to click on the Offset Entities icon. Up top we have an icon right here, Offset Entities. Go ahead and click on that. Select the circle we just made. And our distance, offset distance, the D is 5, so change the 10 to 5 and enter. And we want the yellow circle to be inside the blue circle, and by default it's on the outside. So we have to check the box that says select reverse. So over here there's a box we're going to turn on reverse, and it will reverse it so it offsets on the inside of the blue circle. Alright, that looks good. Hit the OK check mark, click. Next topic. Exit the sketch. Click on the exit sketch icon. With sketch 2 highlighted, go to my features panel, click on extruded boss base, and we're going to set the distance D1 to 12. So change the 7 to 12, hit enter to update it. If you'd like to see it, which I do, I'm going to grab my middle mouse button and drag it and tilt it up. If you don't have a middle mouse button, you can just go to the view orientation and go to the isometric view. They say trimetric, I just use isometric, it's fine. Hit the OK check mark, click. Next topic. Let's extrude cut, new tool, extruded cut, click on that. We're going to place it on the top surface here. We're going to look at this from the top view, again Control 5, or go up to here and click on the top view. You could also click on this top of this cube. Will also take you to the top view. I look straight on it. Click on the circle tool, click on the origin, drag it out and place it down, click. Okay, we don't know the size yet. Next topic. Turn on Smart Dimensions. Click on the circle that we just put down. Drag it out, place it down. It says 25. 25 and enter. Okay, that's it for this. Next topic. Exit the sketch. Again, we can go to that isometric view. By the way, the isometric view shortcut is Control-7. Now if it doesn't work, I'm hitting Control-7, it's because I'm not clicked on this screen. If I click on this screen and hit Control-7, it works. Or you could just go to the drop down and go to the isometric. By the way, the trimetric and dimetric are underneath that. I just use isometric, it's fine. Alright, we're going to cut through, instead of blind, we're going to change it through all. So click on the drop down here where a blind was, click on through all, and it will cut through all of it. Hit the OK check mark. Next topic. Alright, we're going to add some fillets up top on my features panel. Click on the fillet icon. And you want to click where the black arrows are pointing, on the green faces. Not on the edge, okay, but in between, right in between them. Make sure you don't click on something like that by mistake. So the top surface, the edge, the side, again, not the edge, not the bottom edge, the face. And you don't see anything because you want to turn on full preview, and you have to change the radius to 2. So change to 10 to 2, hit enter, and when you hit enter it should update and you can preview. Okay, it's going to round off both edges on the top and both edges on the side. You see I have face 1, face 2. If I click on something wrong by mistake, then you just click on it again to deselect it. Alright, so once we have the correct thing selected, hit the OK check mark. Next topic. Alright, we're going to do an extruded boss base on this. Click on the extruded boss base. Click on this top surface here. Go to your top view, Control-5. We're going to click on the center line tool. So if you click on the drop down next to the line tool, click on center line. We're going to start it on the origin, so click on the origin, drag it straight up so that you get that straight up relationship. About halfway on the surface, doesn't matter where, click. Hit escape to get out of the line tool. So there's our line. Next topic. Draw a circle on the end of it. Click on the circle tool. Click on the end of the line and drag it out a little bit, about that size. Click to place it down. Next topic. Alright, turn on Smart Dimensions. Turn on Smart Dimensions. Select the line, it automatically detects the ends of it. I'm going to place it down here off the part. You can see that we want to make that 35 millimeters, so 35 and enter. Okay, that drops it down. Now we need to make the diameter of the circle 27. Click on the edge of the circle, drag it out and place it down. 27 and enter. And notice that it turns black, so it's fully defined. Down here at the bottom it says fully defined. Next topic. Alright, go ahead and exit the sketch. And if you remember, we started with an extrude boss base. Since we started with extrude boss base, it automatically takes us into the boss extrude boss base. If for some reason it didn't, just to show you, click on the features and click extruded boss base. Make sure sketch 4 is highlighted. Alright, we're going to set the depth to 30, so 30 and enter. And again, I like to see what's happening, so I'm going to rotate this up at an angle, or you could go to the isometric view right here. Control-7 is the keyboard shortcut. And that looks good, so hit the OK check mark. So we should have this, which we do. Next topic. If something doesn't look right, chances are you missed something and you need to just rewind the video and try to see what you missed. Alright, we're going to do an extruded cut on the top. Click on extruded cut. Click on the top of the cylinder we just made. Go back to, they want you to draw the circle from this angle, so you can click on the circle tool and actually line it up with the center of the cylinder, and you can click and drag out a circle. What I'm going to do is go to my top view, Control 5, and do it from straight on. Circle tool. Now to get the center point to show up, you got to hover over the edge of the circle and it comes up. And once you hover over the edge, you can get that center point. Click on that center point and draw out a circle. We don't care about the size yet. Next topic. Turn on Smart Dimensions. Click on the edge of the circle and place it down. We're going to make that 15. It's pretty close. 15 and enter. Next topic. I'm going to rotate it around again. You can go to the isometric view. Let's go view orientation, isometric. Alright, let's exit the sketch. And since I started with an extrude cut, it's going to automatically take me into the extrude cut or cut extrude. I don't know why they changed the name. It's extruded cut here, but here it's called cut extrude. I think that's not the smartest option that they did. Alright, change the blind through all, or to through all. I'm going to cut through all of it, including the bottom part. Hit OK. Click on the check mark, OK. And you can rotate it down and see inside. If you don't have a mouse with a wheel, I would highly recommend buying one. They're not that expensive. You can get them from Amazon or Staples or Walmart or wherever. And it really makes 3D modeling so much easier. Next topic. I'm going to go to my isometric view while we're at it. So isometric view, that way we're all looking at it exactly the same angle. That matches the tutorial. We're going to change it to hidden lines visible. To do that, right next to the view orientation is the display styles. Click on that little drop down, display styles. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 options. And the 1, 2, 3, 4th one down says hidden lines visible. It's what we want. Click on it and it makes it see-through with all the hidden lines visible. Go ahead and zoom in with your middle mouse button and click on the fillet tool up top. I'm on the features panel. Fillet. We're going to click where the 4 black arrows are. Here, that edge, and this edge. So click on the top. I have 2 millimeters left over from my last fillet, and I have full preview still turned on. Alright, so we clicked on that top surface already. Click on this vertical line right there. Make sure you get that vertical line. Get this bottom edge of the circle. And get this vertical line on this side right there. Okay, it's important you have the same 4 things clicked on. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. That looks good. Hit OK. Check mark. And then change our shading back to shaded with edges. So up top, display styles, drop down. The first one is called shaded with edges. Click on that. Fantastic. Next topic. Alright, we want to turn on something called temporary axes. It says go to the view, hide show, temporary axes. That's up top here. If you don't have that little push pin there, you have to click on this arrow to fly it out. I would recommend using that little push pin on the end to keep these open. Go to the view menu, go down to hide show, and the 4th one down, temporary axes. We want to turn that on. Click on it. Turns it on, and then click on your screen. Notice we have these blue center lines that show up. They're going to help us with the next one. Zoom out so your part's kind of small, and then move your mouse over here and zoom in so that it shifts over to the right. Alright, next thing we want to do is use the circular pattern tool. It's kind of like the array command in AutoCAD. So find linear pattern, click on a little drop down arrow, find circular pattern, click on that. Okay, now this can be confusing. You might need to watch this a couple times. We're going to click on this top space here where it says direction 1. This is the center line that the whole thing is going to spin around, which would be the center line in the center of the part right here. Not this one over here. Click on that. That's where it's spinning around. It's my axes, pattern axes. I'm going to turn on equal spacing. When you do that, this should say 360 degrees. And we want a total of 6 of them. It says it right here, plus we can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Crank that up to 6. You can either type it in. Alright, next in the features to pattern area, we have a couple options. We have features to pattern, faces to pattern, or bodies. We want to click in the features area. So that's the first block. Make sure that's blue. And one of the best ways, and what they recommend, is this in the flyout feature manager design tree. Well, what the heck's that? Well, our feature manager design tree is over here on the side. Click on that little arrow here to twirl it down. You can see here is everything that used to be over here. At the bottom we have 3 options. This is why I zoomed out to make this smaller so we could see these better. We want to click on the bottom 3. 1, 2, 3. So fillet 2. Click on that. Extrude cut 2. And boss extrude 3. And you want them to be highlighted blue like this. 1, 2, 3. All 3 of them right here. Fillet 2. Cut extrude 2. Boss extrude 3. Now, if you made a couple mistakes, these numbers, the fillet 2, 2, and 3, that doesn't matter. You might have boss extrude 4 or 5 depending on how many times it took you to get it to work. You can have extrude cut 2, 3, 4, again fillet 2, 3, 4. It doesn't matter. You want the bottom 3 so that it looks like this, which looks like our preview. Hit the OK check mark. If you did it right, it should look like this. Okay. If not, you might need to rewind the video and double check. This can be kind of tricky. Next topic. We don't need these little blue center lines, the temporary axes on anymore. They're kind of distracting, so we're going to turn those off. Go back up to the view menu, hide show, temporary axes. There is a little bit of a shortcut. There's an eyeball drop down here where right here you can turn them off that way. You can turn them on and off right here. Okay, there's multiple ways to do everything in this program. Last, we need to add 2 more fillets. Click on the fillet icon on the features panel, fillet, and you want to click on the bottom edge of the cylinder on the inside and the bottom edge on the outside. So it should look like that with a 2 millimeter radius. Full preview, you get this. Hit the OK check mark. And there you go. Go ahead and save it. Hit the save icon. And hit next topic. Congratulations, you did the part. Next we're going to, in the next video, draw the drawing title block.